Well, the 2017 Kentucky Poetry Out Loud State Finals is in the books. We're sitting here with state champion, two-time state champion, Haley Bryan, a senior from Grant County High School. You did this 2 years ago, Haley. How does it feel to be back up here and back in the winner's spot?
It feels really good. I've actually I've made it to state the past 4 years every year that I did it. I obviously only made it to nationals once, but it feels nice. I do it to enjoy it. I don't really do it to win. Winning's just kind of a bonus.
Well, tell us why you picked the poems that you did, poems to recite.
I picked Please Don't by Tony Hoagland because I had actually done a poem by him last year. It was called Personal. I just felt really connected to it. It was a very modernized poem, and I just absolutely fell in love with the way that he just talks about nature. You know, the poem is about grass, it's about, you know, happiness, it's about the simplicity of things, and I really enjoy that. I mean, I love the poem, I love the author, I think he's incredible, and my second poem actually has a little bit more of a personal touch to it. It's Self-Portrait by Chase Twitchell. And it's actually the first poem I ever did for Poetry Out Loud my freshman year. And I have a completely different stance on it after looking at it after all those years. And it was just something that I really wanted to do. I was like, it's my senior year, might as well end it from the beginning. So.
Do you feel more mature as a poetry enthusiast after 4 years?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think I definitely know a lot more about poetry now. I have a lot more insight to it, like just analyzing things and appreciating it all around. I think that's something that's really important. I didn't even know Poetry Out Loud was a thing my freshman year. And it was almost like I was kind of reluctant to do it. I didn't realize I loved poetry. And then doing Poetry Out Loud made me realize, like, how these emotions stick to these poems and how much they're just still alive, and I just think that's something that's really beautiful, and it sparked my interest, definitely.
Well, I understand that you almost weren't going to be able to be here today.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Last year I was in Scott Gibbons's class, and he was my AP language teacher. He was actually the person who had always done the paperwork for Poetry Out Loud for my school, just organizing it, getting judges, and getting students to actually want to do it. And he left last year to go to UC, and I'm very happy for him, but that just kind of meant that we had our main person leave. We didn't have another person to fill that spot, and by the time, you know, it started rolling around, I started asking questions like, well, who's going to do Poetry Out Loud this year? And a lot of the teachers were really reluctant to do it. I understood a lot of them were busy. The teacher who actually took it up for me to do it was a teacher, my honors English teacher that I had my sophomore year. And she was very kind, understanding, and she was like, you know what, for this, I'll do it for you, you know, and I just think it's a really great program. I fought really hard for it. Just because they didn't know if they would have the funding, they didn't know if they would have the people there, they didn't know if they could get the judges in time. It was all very short notice, but the entire school pulled together. I had counselors coming to me, telling me that they would help me, that they would be the, you know, they would be the spokesperson kind of for our school for it, and people asking me if they wanted me to help find judges and stuff like that, and it was really cool. It was really great. I don't think they didn't want to do it. It was just kind of, we didn't know what else to do.
Yeah. Well, a good lesson in advocacy from our two-time Kentucky Poetry Out Loud state champion, Haley Bryan. We wish you the best of luck in Washington, D.C. in the national finals.
Thank you.
And represent Kentucky well. We know you will. Thank you.